Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into the serene world of The Art of Simple Living by Shunmyo Masuno. Masuno, not just a Japanese Zen monk, but also a revered garden designer and the head priest of the Kenkoji temple, shares his wisdom on cultivating tranquility in our daily hustle. His dual role as a professor of environmental design at Tokyo's Tama Art University further deepens his insights into creating harmony between our environments and our souls. This book isn't merely a set of guidelines, it's an embodiment of Zen teachings, offering practical steps to infuse simplicity into our busy lives. Every page is infused with Masuno's profound yet accessible advice on embracing minimalism and discovering a fresh perspective on well-being. Ideal listeners for this episode are those eager to explore Buddhist philosophy through the lens of everyday practice, minimalists searching for novel insights to deepen their journey, and self-help enthusiasts who crave a refreshing take on simplifying life and amplifying contentment. Join us to uncover the artistry of living simply and purposefully, one mindful step at a time. The Art of Simple Living, 100 Daily Practices from a Japanese Zen Monk for a Lifetime of Calm and Joy. Introduction. Discover the Zen approach to joyful living. Are you feeling overwhelmed by the hustle and bustle of modern life? Do you crave a deeper sense of peace and happiness? You're not alone. Many of us are seeking an escape from the pressures of relentless ambition and consumption. Fortunately, there's a time-tested path to contentment, one that encourages us to simplify our lives and focus on what truly matters. It's a journey inspired by Zen Buddhism, and it could be your gateway to a more serene existence. Unravel over 24 enlightening practices drawn from the wisdom of monks and the teachings of Zen. These practices aren't just rituals, they're stepping stones to transforming your daily grind into a walk through tranquil gardens. You'll uncover techniques and philosophies that have helped countless individuals adopt a minimalist yet richly rewarding way of life. Through these insights, you'll move beyond mere survival. You'll thrive, fostering a sense of peace that will permeate every aspect of your life. From how monks interact with the natural world, to the nuanced distinction between living simply and living cheaply, to the profound impact of artistic expression on the human spirit, our narrative will lead you to the heart of a life lived well. Prepare to embark on a journey that may very well alter your perspective on happiness and success, stripping away the superfluous and honing in on the essentials of a tranquil and purposeful existence. Now, let's explore some pearls of Zen wisdom that could rekindle your joy and reshape your world. Part 1. Nurture, Harmony, the Zen Art of Building Relationships. Navigating the labyrinth of human interactions can often feel like an unsolvable puzzle, with every turn presenting a new challenge. From that colleague who never has a kind word to spare, to family members who never seem satisfied no matter what you do, forging peaceful and fulfilling relationships can sometimes seem like a distant dream. Yet, there is a Zen-inspired pathway to more harmonious connections. Imagine this: every person you meet is not just a name or a role, they're a singular entity, a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, much like a tree in a Zen gardener's landscape. These trees, each with their distinctive curves and unique presence, aren't just haphazardly placed. The gardener observes their individuality, the way they lean, the atmosphere they conjure, and only then decides where they should go to complement the garden's ensemble. It's with this mindset that we can approach our relationships, focus on the positive attributes of others, the qualities that make them uniquely themselves. Appreciate how these traits might interplay with your own, painting a picture of mutual harmony. This principle isn't about ignoring the reality of difficult people in our lives, rather, it's about shifting our perspective. Instead of fixating on what bothers us about someone, we learn to embrace the entirety of who they are, much like our gardener with his beloved trees. This doesn't mean you have to fall in love with everyone's quirks instantly. It's enough to be mindful of them and to seek out the good. Yet, in our modern rush, quantity often trumps quality. We pride ourselves on the vast networks we build, not pausing to deepen the relationships we have, missing the essence of Zen philosophy's wisdom, ichi go ichi, or once in a lifetime. This concept teaches us to cherish each encounter as if it were our last, urging us to forge not just connections, but lasting bonds that resonate deeply. And when you do find yourself at odds with someone, despite your best efforts, there's no need to force a bloom. Just like a blossoming tree naturally attracts birds with its beauty and life, your own happiness and authenticity will draw the right people into your orbit. In a world where everyone is searching for a place to belong, your genuine self is the most inviting haven you can offer. Part 2. Embrace the wealth of simplicity. We live in an era that glorifies excess, where the flash of new purchases and the clink of coins are signs of success. But beneath the allure of endless acquisition lies a relentless hunger that's hard to satisfy. The quest for more can lead to an uncomfortable realization. Our lives are cluttered, not just with things, but with the pursuit of things. In contrast, there's a serene satisfaction waiting for us when we choose to value what we already hold in our hands. In Buddhism, there's a word for the contentment that comes from appreciating what you have, chisoku, meaning to be content with enough. This concept isn't just an idea, it's an antidote to the ever-growing appetite for more that can overshadow our happiness. Chisoku tells us to pause and proclaim, "This is enough," whenever we're tempted to cross the fine line between need and greed. This principle doesn't ask us to settle for less, but rather to realize we're already complete with what we have, thereby inviting tranquility into our lives. When facing moments of dissatisfaction, consider this. Do you really need your countless desires to be fulfilled to find bliss? Sometimes it's not about acquiring what's missing, but about treasuring what's present. And remember, simplicity isn't the same as frugality. Frugality may involve inexpensive items with little personal significance, but simplicity is about discernment and affection for the possessions in your life. It's having fewer things but ensuring those in your care are truly valued, like a cherished coffee cup, the only one you might need or want. The practice of simple living also implies resourcefulness, the art of making do and being inventive with what's at hand. For inspiration, look no further than the Zen gardens of Kyoto. These spaces, crafted without water, still evoke the sound of a babbling brook to anyone who walks their paths. The garden's beauty isn't lessened by the absence of a real stream. Instead, they ignite the imagination of visitors, proving that with creativity and a liberated spirit, anything's possible, and that sometimes the real luxury is found in the wealth of our perceptions, not in our wallets. Part 3. Recharge your life with conscious consumption and movement. Do you feel as though your energy reserves are perpetually running on empty? With never-ending to-do lists and commitments that stretch us thin, it's no wonder that so many of us are searching for a boost that goes beyond the temporary kick of caffeine. Step off the treadmill of fatigue and discover how small alterations to your daily habits can ignite a newfound zest for life. Monks have discovered the secret to natural invigoration, and it starts with a step as simple as shedding our footwear. Walking barefoot, a daily practice for these spiritual practitioners, has the power to strengthen the body and shield it against common ailments like colds. While spending all day without shoes might not fit your lifestyle, consider wearing thong sandals when you can. The small act of wearing these sandals stimulates an acupressure point between your toes, linked to your internal organs, and offers a subtle yet consistent massage with each stride. The monk's path to vitality isn't solely about what you put on your feet, it extends to what you put on your plate. A vegetarian diet, dominated by nutritious veggies instead of meat, grants not only serenity of mind, but a glow to the skin, reflecting inner tranquility. On the contrary, A heavy meat-based diet can lead to both turbulence in temperament and a dull complexion. Transitioning away from meat doesn't have to be abrupt. Begin with a single day each week centered on plant-based meals and gradually build from there, allowing your body and palate to adapt and appreciate the change. Surprisingly, the secret to sustained energy may also lie in embracing more activity, not less. Think about the difference between a coffee bought in haste and a coffee made with deliberate care and effort. Gathering firewood, kindling flames, grinding beans beneath the open sky. The labor invested in this simple morning ritual ensures that the resulting brew is more than a beverage. It's a full-bodied experience, a reminder that vitality is often born from mindful engagement with our tasks. Transform your daily routines into sources of energy. Whether it's experimenting with your diet, revisiting your relationship with your environment, or savoring the process of creation, each conscious choice is a step toward a livelier, fuller existence. In this way, small tweaks to eating, drinking, and even dressing can fuel a more vibrant day ahead. Part 4. Awaken your day with mindfulness and serenity. Busy has become the badge of honor in our fast-paced world, almost a reflexive response to the innocent question, "How are you?" But what if we could shift from a state of constant busyness to one of peace and focus? It might sound like a tall order, but believe it or not, the key lies in the tranquil beginnings of your day. Transforming your morning routine can have a profound impact on the calmness and clarity you carry into your waking hours. Intriguingly, the Japanese language offers insight into our common claim of busyness. The character for busy combines elements that translate to losing one's heart. It's a poignant reminder that the hustle and bustle may be costing us more than just time. It could be chipping away at our soul's respite. To reclaim your heart and your morning, consider a small adjustment: waking up just 15 minutes earlier. This brief window allows you to savor a moment of quietude with your favorite morning beverage, perhaps by an open window where the chorus of birds and the gentle embrace of the dawn breeze can remind you of life's simple joys. Taking a cue from Zen monks, another transformative practice is morning cleaning. This might appear to be merely a chore, but for those who walk the path of Zen, it's an exercise in clarity. The act of brooming away dust and polishing surfaces isn't just about maintaining physical cleanliness. It parallels the process of sweeping away mental clutter, illuminating the mind as sunlight brightens a room. The Japanese concept of enlightenment, with its etymological roots in purity, finds expression in these acts of daily cleansing. And finally, take a moment to tend to something as mundane as your shoes. By aligning your footwear neatly, you're not just tidying your space, but also conveying reverence for the journey of life. Each step, each day, each direction we choose holds significance. In Zen, every detail is an opportunity for mindfulness. As you make these small yet meaningful changes to your morning pattern, you're not just setting the tone for your day, you're placing stepping stones toward a more grounded and intentional existence. With each early rise, every sweep of the broom, and each pair of shoes placed just so, you're crafting a day that begins not with the rush of obligations, but with the grace of calm and purpose. Part 5. Ink, Paper, and Soul: The Transformative Power of Zen Art. The world of art, with its opulent galleries and hefty price tags, can feel worlds away from the average person's daily life. Yet, the principles of Zen Buddhism open the gates to an art form that is profoundly personal and accessible, one that you can both create and possess, enhancing your life in the process. Artistry in Zen isn't about the applause or validation from an audience. It's a conduit for an artist to commune with their inner essence. The renowned Zen masters Ikkyu and Sesshu from the 15th century epitomized this self-reflective artistry through calligraphy and paintings that continue to be celebrated, not for their fame, but for their soulful introspection. These works weren't crafted for the gaze of others, but as a means for the artist to connect with their truest selves. You too can embark on this voyage of personal expression. Take up a brush or pen with the understanding that your creation is for your eyes alone. Let your strokes across the paper be both deliberate and intuitive. The shapes and lines you form may reveal aspects of your character previously unexplored, uncovering dimensions of your identity in the tranquility of artistic flow. Zen art thrives in simplicity, frequently employing just a single shade of ink. Yet from this monochromatic palette springs a world rich in imagination, where black ink swathes capture oceans and skies in bold monochromes, encouraging the beholder's mind to color the scene with vibrant hues conjured from the depths of their creativity. Even if you do not create your own, merely the act of contemplation can be transformative. Traditionally, Japanese homes featured a tokonoma, an alcove where a singular piece of Zen art would be displayed, inviting daily reflection. This practice can be mirrored in contemporary living by adorning your space with a piece of calligraphy that bears a meaningful maxim. Let it serve as a visual touchstone for contemplation each day, enriching your life with the profound simplicity of Zen wisdom. Through the mindful practice of calligraphy, or by simply embracing the presence of art that speaks to the spirit, Zen principles enable us to bridge the gap between our external and internal landscapes, fostering a space where creativity flows, thoughts clarify, and life's complexities distill into strokes of simplicity on paper. Part 6. Find Your Forest, the path to daily delight through nature. In the humdrum rhythm of modern life, we often drift away from the ebbs and flows of the natural world. Our days are regimented by the mechanical tick-tock of the clock, rather than the changing light of the sky or the chorus of birdsong at dawn. Yet there is a seamless joy to be found in intertwining nature's spontaneity with our structured lives. This is a core element of Zen living, finding rapture in the company of Earth's wonders. Nature is never static. It's a realm of perpetual transformation, where each day unfurls a unique tapestry of colors, scents, and weather. Incorporating a simple morning walk into your daily regimen can reveal this dynamic beauty. As you traverse the same path, nature presents an ever-shifting scene. What was verdant yesterday may today be gilded with the hues of autumn. What was bathed in sunrise might now be cradled by mist. These daily nuances offer a fresh perspective and remind us that life's repetitions need not be tedious. They can be touched by change and new vibrancy. Moreover, the cycles of the natural world bear wisdom for our personal journey. Take the human inclination to linger on past errors or hurts. These memories can tether us, inhibiting forward movement. Yet nature doesn't brood over yesterday's wilted blossoms or storm-stripped branches. It continuously demonstrates the poise of letting go and embracing the renewal that each sunrise promises. Embracing nature's wisdom isn't limited to vast wilderness explorations. The Zen knowledge tells us that even a tiny patch of the outdoors can harbor a world of calm. This is exemplified in the miniature gardens the author crafts with children. In spaces as compact as a shoebox, visions of grandeur are captured with soil, stones, and water, creating serene microcosms that echo the grandeur of the untamed landscape. Creating your own sliver of serenity is simpler than you might think. A balcony, or even a humble windowsill, can transform into a lush retreat. Envision towering peaks and meandering rivers, and then reproduce this vision using potted plants, small rocks, and maybe even a tranquil water feature. Allow this space to be your daily nature nook, a pocket of tranquility that serves as a reminder of the boundless beauty awaiting us beyond our four walls. In aligning our daily routines with the rhythms of the natural world, we nurture a joy that springs from the simplicity and splendor of life itself. Part 7. Seize the Day, the Zen reminder of life's fleeting nature. Behind the serene facade of a Zen garden lies a profound truth that resonates with us all. Time is our most precious commodity, and once spent, it cannot be replenished. A tale of two plum trees serves as a metaphor for seizing life's fleeting chances. One tree, diligent and prepared, welcomed the summer with full blossoms, while the other, caught unprepared, missed the nurturing wind and failed to bloom. This simple story leads us to a crucial realization. Our time and our opportunities are limited, and it is essential to make the most of them. Within Zen philosophy, the Japanese term shoji encapsulates the circle of life and death, prompting us to reflect on our existence's ephemeral nature. This notion might strike a somber chord, but it's intended to serve as a catalyst for action rather than despair. If we genuinely contemplate our mortality, we might find ourselves galvanized to pursue our dreams and ambitions with newfound urgency. Imagine the clarity that would surge within you if you knew your time on earth was drawing to a close. Would you really squander those precious moments on the mundane? Or would you chase after the experiences that have long called to you? When faced with the stark reality of our own finitude, the choice becomes clear. Be like the first plum tree and invest in your blossoming now before the opportunity dissipates with the passing breeze. Amidst these reflections on our constrained timeline, there's another Zen lesson to be learned from the word Jomyo, which conveys the idea of a set lifespan. Each individual embarks on life's journey with a Jomyo, an unknown duration earmarked from birth. Life, therefore, is both personal and elusive, a temporary stewardship of time that is granted but never owned. The inequity of Jomyo, the fact that some may have more time than others, is not a concern for Zen Buddhists. The length of the journey is less critical than the depth and richness of the experiences we collect along the way. It's not about counting the days, but making the days count, embracing every chance for growth, joy, and fulfillment. Remembering this as we navigate our daily lives can sharpen our focus on what truly matters. By embracing the Zen teachings of Shoji and Jomyo, we're reminded to cherish each sunrise, each encounter, each breath, for they are fleeting gifts that together shape the masterpiece of our existence. Final summary. In our contemporary whirlwind of obligations, notifications, and endless to-do lists, finding moments of tranquility can seem like a distant ideal. Yet, the Zen philosophy offers an antidote to this fast-paced lifestyle, teaching us that the frenzied cry of "I'm too busy" is more a consequence of our choices than our circumstances. By shifting our priorities and adopting a practice of simplicity, we assert control over our lives and reclaim our serenity. The pursuit of simplicity isn't about austerity. Rather, it's about recognizing what genuinely enriches our lives, the intangible joys that no amount of material wealth can buy. This philosophy teaches us to shrug off the chains of greed and focus on what is truly essential and meaningful. By doing so, we step into a realm of contentment and appreciation, where each day offers an opportunity for fulfillment rather than a battleground for survival. With the ever-present tick of life's clock in the background, Zen wisdom encourages us to confront the inevitable. Our time here is limited. However, this isn't a reason for despair, but rather a clarion call to action. It's a reminder to let go of the superfluous, to live with intention, and to create a life that brings joy not just to ourselves but to others. Final thoughts on this journey towards a life less cluttered and more cherished. Stress. An important point: simplicity is within reach. It's found in early morning serenity, in the mindfulness with which we interact with nature, and in the appreciation of art and authentic connections. So take a step back from the chaos of today to ensure a tomorrow that's awakened with happiness, painted with purpose, and lived with a full and present heart. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.